Welcome to another episode of the Fight Club Round 12 with myself, Joel.
Sing one.
We have a good episode today.
Fight Club out of the red corner, fighting out of Bakersfield, California. And in the blue corner, making his way from Los Angeles, California. Round 12.
So where do you want to start off today?
I don't know, man. I mean, okay, we took a week. I took a week off. I just want to say I was a little disappointed in boxing for a little bit, but we're back.
Yes.
Let's get it off. Start it off, Joel.
Yes. Well, over the weekend we had some good little fights. Well, Bam.
Oh,
Teofimo, he fought over the weekend too. You tell me, where do you want to start? It was an interesting night of fights.
okay.
Nico Ali fought. Eastman had some good fights.
Oh,
Which I want to talk about. I want to give a little bit of credit to that guy.
let's start off with there.
Did you see he pulled his shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
I'll give it.
Hitting himself to try to get it
about
back.
like a round.
Yeah.
I would give
The
him
last round, I believe.
Yeah, I'll give him some credit for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. It was a full shoulder and he was
Bone
still,
sticking out.
and giving it, he was hitting it, yanking on it,
Yeah.
and he was still out there trying to fight. I'll give him credit for that. Well, it's a lot of pain to be going through right there.
Yeah.
And then hitting it just as hopefully it gets it snatched back.
What do you think? Did you see it all?
I see most of it.
Most of it? You think he won?
He wouldn't fight.
Okay.
They're gonna give it to me. The one thing we don't fully know what he is yet.
Okay.
One thing I don't like is everything he does, it has to be Boston Barali.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, build your own character, man.
Yeah. Well, it's too late for that. I don't think you can do it. All you could do is just start knocking people out, and that will, you're your own guy, But,
What do you think about him and the shoulder thing?
I mean, it was just crazy. I think it could have gave it to the other guy. Definitely, he ain't got no head movement. Once you pressure him, he's just lost. He don't know how to defend himself. So
he's still a young fighter. From what I believe, he didn't have a lot of amateur fights.
No.
He just game push, because of Ali.
Yeah, could it be good for the game? Yeah, at a certain level, I guess.
He's from what I believe 160. 160.
I believe so.
From around there, he fights.
I believe so. Yeah.
He's not that bad fighter. We'll see. Only time will tell with that guy.
Yeah.
Eventually, Bob and them will push him to do something. They'll put him in there. I did see Elvis Rodriguez return too.
Yeah.
And he got dropped in that first round.
Yeah.
Came back and won.
Yeah.
That's great that he came back. That guy has some bad luck when it comes to ESPN. Weird. I think he came back. That's pretty good that he came back.
Yeah. It was a good night of fights. You know what I mean? It gave me another perspective against why I love
Vargas, his son, fought too.
His son, he knocked down first round.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a future talent in this watch, I feel.
Yeah. We're going to see his brother here.
Oh, yeah.
Next week.
Yes.
Next
week?
Next week. Fight Club July 6th, I believe.
Gladly be here. Mm-hmm. Watch that. It's a good little card right there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, we got to talk about that one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the Teofimo fight?
It was a tough fight, man. It comes to show you that Teofimo, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's the guy that he says he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's the pound for pound. He's the king.
Yeah.
He won. He won from what the scorecards say. Mm-hmm. He won all the rounds. Mm-hmm. And they gave the guy maybe one round, I think, from what I believe the scorecards.
I agree.
I'm disappointed in him. He should have finished the dude.
Should have finished that guy.
That's what you stars do right there.
Yeah.
Because this was just a stay busy fight.
Well,
so hopefully his next big fight,
facts.
He needs to go out there and have an excellent performance.
Well, his last fight, remember, he got a guy that was able to box, and he was complaining that the guy won't.
This guy came forward at him.
This guy came forward at him, tailor made for you, and couldn't get him out of it.
What would you want for Tifimo next?
If he's asking for the toughest guy, that's what I want from him. Just give him the toughest guy, and either you put him out, or he puts you out, and I don't want to hear it no more.
I know the whole week of this, you get on calling out Terrence Crawford.
Mhm.
You don't want that fight with Terrence Crawford.
Sounds nice, though, doesn't it?
It's not, well, yeah. it doesn't surprise me now when you see his fight, when his build-ups, his last two build-ups to his fight. It's always about Tank. He talks about or Terrence Crawford now.
Yeah.
It's the new one they did. When the whole world knew after Spence, he was not gonna stay at 47 no more.
Yeah.
What was he stay at 47 for?
Well, if you imagine if he fights Crawford, and he had complaints about the last fight, the guy not coming forward to him.
Oh, I think Crawford will afford him just to prove a point.
Well, when he figures him out around, it won't take him long to figure him out. But Crawford, he won't engage until he read what you got. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'll give to you, Fimo. He's aiming for greatness, but that's more than we all know. You're not gonna fight the guy when you know the guy's going for the 254 before he even had his fight announced. The whole world knew.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna stay at 47.
Yeah, facts.
There was no need for him to stay at 47.
Facts.
He won all the belts already.
Yeah, facts.
He was goals. I'm gonna move on to the next thing.
That's a bad guy there, man.
I know after the fight, he was calling out Pitbull Cruz from the press thing.
You don't want none of that.
He wanted Pitbull Cruz at 140.
You don't want none of that.
I know Bob talked about putting him against the new champion of the 147, the Brandon, the junior guy, who just won the belt.
Oh yes.
Bob talked about putting them two together at 147. Okay. So if he will move up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at either one. He's not going to get the Pitbull Cruz fight.
Well,
because Pitbull, clearly you can see he wants that Tank rematch.
Oh no, yeah.
So he places himself to where he's fighting guys. He can go to the Tank. He doesn't care to fight nobody else.
Facts.
So I think it will be 147 for him next.
Okay, for
Fifimo.
Okay.
It would. I think he's a grown boy. I don't think being at 140s and he's gonna stay there much longer.
Okay.
Because I don't think we're gonna see like Haney and Ryan there no as much anymore. Ryan eventually when he comes back, I truly think he'll be like a 47er. Because he
go fight in Saudi Arabia.
I don't think they want to pay for him. Who are they going to pay for him to fight?
Tifimo. Put Tifimo and Ryan in Saudi Arabia.
That can't be until next year. He says to fight one more this year.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing him to fight the winner of was it Regis and Jack Calorha?
Oh, now we're talking.
Why not? There's another guy right there. He could fight at 140.
Yes.
The guy who just
that'll be a good match.
Who's the new champion? That was the WBO. He's the UK dude who just went to Puerto Rico and won.
Oh, you're talking about I forget his name. Yeah, but
his last name begins with a P. You can fight that guy.
Well, they're sending that
winner of the belt.
Yeah, they're sending that guy to the Wolves right away. Yeah, there ain't no chance, no easy fights.
There's guys that won for him at 140.
Yeah,
it's not like I said. Just go to 147. Go fight the junior guy and then see. He should be able to beat that dude up.
Yeah, I agree.
And get himself third division now.
Third division.
Yeah. And according to him, he'll be a 3-time undisputed.
According to him, Key.
When he's never been undisputed in his life.
Yeah.
According to him, it would be 3.
Yeah, it'd be 3.
But
yeah, there's good fights you mentioned there. Real good fights.
Anywhere from like the Jack Calorha, like I said, Regis, because he never fought Regis. Any one of them at 140? He can still probably fight Haney at 140.
Yeah.
He still can.
Yeah.
Haney will probably take the rest of the year, or Haney will probably return somewhere the end of this year.
Well, he says he won't fight unless it's Ryan. That's what he said.
He can't fight one more time this year. I think he'll just take some time off, then he'll fight Ryan he'll fight him. I think he fights Tifimo. Why not?
Okay.
Put them two together. All right, is there somebody else? I don't know if you want to put him Keyshawn Davis to move up to 140 and they fight each other. I don't know.
I say Tank should just go for the kill, man, and just end them already.
You always put him against Tank, but I don't think we're getting Lomachenko, so I don't think we're gonna. That would have to be the next year, maybe.
Well, that's when he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Who?
Haney.
I think he'll end up coming back for the Giants.
I don't think so, but it could happen. If he's saying that he's not coming back and he comes back before the time he says, and we already know what's going on here.
This is we're running there.
You know.
What do you feel about Haney and all the stuff he's doing? Saying he's gonna sue him, take the rest of the year off. What do you think about all that?
I think he can do whatever he wants. You know. Will it be legit in court? No way. There's no. He ain't got no ground to stand on. You know. That's what comes with a loss. You know what I mean? Especially when you claim that this guy's a C classified, that he's not in your league, and then this happens, and you know, you ain't got no leg to stand on. What are you gonna sue for? How'd you lost the fight? You know, you couldn't defend yourself from whatever was brought to you. So, what are you gonna tell the judge? You're gonna tell the judge, I lost money because my stock went down because you beat me, because he beat me.
My stock went down because they only went to like $3 million.
And there's only one promoter, top rank. That's it.
That was the bar. Eddie clearly came on and said, "Nah, we ain't big."
Hell no. You know. Now, if you want to come back and fight somebody, well, it wasn't his choice. Why that was his mandatory. It's not like he had a choice of who he wanted to fight. But if it was Eddie Hearn, he says, throw him through the wolves. I'll sign for that fight. I'll bid for that fight.
Well, I know he wants to put him against the guy who just won in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
He talked about that, but I think Haney is mentally going through a little too much with this whole situation.
Yeah.
So he just like, I'll just take a little mini break from boxing. I don't get the reason why he needs to be a champion on recess. Because he barely fucking had the belt.
Well, you remember, he lost and they gave him the belt.
Yeah, but that usually goes to guys either because they're injured,
you know,
or you've been a champion for a while and you're choosing some time off. Like he barely even won the belt. He's choosing to take time off. He's not injured. It's like when Keith Thurman pulled out a fight because he had his elbow issues or whatever the issues were. He was a champion in recess. That made sense.
I got you.
This doesn't him being champion in recess, and then they're putting him to Sergio Martinez or whatever the guy's name is gonna fight who just fought Gary Russell's brother. Them two are gonna fight for the belt, and Gary Russell's brother still gets to be the mandatory for the fight. Yeah. How does that make any sense? He just lost the fight.
Yeah, I think he won. We agree that he won.
But he technically lost. Mm-hmm. But he still gets to be a mandatory. That don't make no damn sense.
Well,
it's boxing sometimes.
Whether they could make money, I think, you know, which is a business. You said it yourself. It's a business, you know.
There was an interview I did see, Benavidez. I don't know who he said it to. He did say it. He goes, they asked him, why haven't you think they put him as the mandatory for Canelo? Like the full mandatory, if not, they'll strip him. Because he said, think about it. They're getting whatever percentage, the 1 or 2% they're getting off him for the belt. And we'll just say they may get off $2 million off him. He goes, respectfully, I don't make the money he does.
Yeah, facts.
Why would they give up the $2 million when I whoop his ass?
Yeah. It's yet to be seen, though, you know.
But he's like, then when I win or fill in the blank, whoever else would have been the mandatory, and if they beat him, why would they want to give up that $2 million guaranteed they're getting off him?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, you ain't lying there.
Makes sense.
It shows the crookedness of some of these belts, especially WBC.
Makes a lot of sense.
They should be. What was it? Jamal Charlo had the belt for like 3 years, not defending it.
Yeah.
And never once took it away until he decided do a hit and run or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And they finally took it away from him. Mm-hmm. He didn't defend it for like 2-3 years. That didn't make no sense at all.
Exactly.
We said it's boxing for you sometimes.
Did you see Darrell come out yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before? Talking about the Ryan Garcia fight, saying that he don't condone, you know, the positive tests and stuff with the stuff like that, but basically that Ryan beat him. You know, he beat you. You know.
Oh, that's right. He beat Haney.
3 pounds.
The resume, the thing's gonna say he didn't because technically Ryan. He tested positive for something.
See, and that's what makes me sick. What got me sick of boxing. But I love the sport. I can't be sick about it forever. But I was very disappointed, distraught about how they're trying to fool people by saying that the fight never happened. you know, and that's basically what they're doing. It never happened. You got this other guy, Haney, parading out, dancing and stuff like that. Like he really believes it didn't happen. 3 pounds didn't make a difference. 3.5 pounds didn't make a difference in that fight. The small amount of whatever he had in his system didn't make a difference in that fight. They both ballooned up to 165. I stick to my thing. He caught him real early with that left, and he just couldn't recover. He hurt him and couldn't recover. If he would have took that shot, I think it would have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
It would have been a closer fight. He would have been engaged, you know. But after that shot, he just didn't recover.
One thing, I mean, he tested positive if he took it or not. But one thing I did see over the weekend is they asked Dana White about that whole situation, and in my opinion, UFC being the best place of drug testing, because they spend millions of dollars to actually drug test all their guys.
Yeah.
They invest a lot of money, and those dudes have to get tested throughout the whole year multiple times.
Yeah.
I think I seen John Jones was the most tested, and throughout a whole year he got tested like 60-something times.
Yeah.
Before, you know,
because he's like a repeated offender, you know.
They show a lot like that, so they get tested. He spent a lot of money, and they asked him about that whole situation with Ryan and that, and he said, he goes, he doesn't know the full details, but he goes, I had my team look into it just to see with curiousness, and he said that when his team and his people who do the drug testing looked, they said that they don't believe Ryan took it. They believe he just took something that unfortunately had it in there. They don't think that he purposely went, yeah, I'm gonna take steroids. He goes, and he doesn't know if he did purposely or not. He goes, it's not my fighter, nothing to do with me personally. He goes, but we looked into it. He goes, me and our company of Osada and all this. He goes, no, we don't believe he actually purposely took it. He goes, it is what it is. It was in a substance.
Yeah.
You personally need to have better people around you to look at this stuff.
Facts.
What you're taking in.
Facts.
He goes, that's what we tell all our fighters in UFC. He goes, but we don't think he actually did take it on purpose.
Well,
which just says about him. You know, he don't like De La Hoya. He don't like none of them. So
that's his defense.
Ryan on it.
Well, that's Ryan's defense. I mean, whether he did on purpose or not, I get it. It was in the system. Does it make sense what they're saying? I agree with it. I'm sorry about that. I agree with that. For the simple fact that it's a weight loss and he didn't make weight. And there's been doctors talking about it. I've been hearing doctors that know about the drug and say that if you're cycling, like, it's going to be in your system in a lot of quantities. Now, the argument is that it in that week span that he supposedly took it, was it enough time to take effect in whatever that, I don't even call it a drug, a supplement, to take effect? And they say no, there's no way that could take effect in any way. Now, that's just their that's their career, you know what I mean? They should know better than us, right? I'm not upset about the suspension. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to ban them for life, do it. I'm cool with that. I'm not upset at the fact that they fined them. No, it's in your system. There's rules. Follow the rules, whether it's on purpose or not. That's, you know, it is what it is. What I'm upset about is you cannot take that win from that guy. That's unheard of. It's never happened. You got guys with casts in their hands, and their win was still valid, man. It's disgusting to me as a boxing fan to see that you have that power over an outcome just like that, like if it never happened. You know, there's rules. He broke the rule. Suspend him. Fine him all you want. But don't overturn something that clearly the other guy didn't have no answer for. You know, because you're talking about Haney, a person that's how many championships he had? He was a unified. He had all the belts.
He had all the belts at 35, and then one belt at 40.
Okay, so a guy with that type of pedigree, you telling me he's not able to fight back, man? He's not able to make a fight out of something? We're not talking about the guy that Teofimo fought yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about a guy that's a unified champion. Okay? And I just didn't see, I stick with my thing. Caught him with that one, never recovered back, you know. But it's done, and
Haney's no matter what, Life's gonna have to he's gonna have to accept it, even though his record technically won't show it. But he's gonna have to accept it. I think he should do the Miguel Cotto path. Remember when Miguel Cotto got his ass destroyed?
Well, right away he says, you know, I want to do it again.
Yeah. Well, he should do what Miguel Cotto did. Miguel, after, you know, he fortunately, the guy plastered his hands and beat the dog shit out of him with the plastered hands.
Right.
He did it with, like, some time off, beat the shit out of, like, 2-3 dudes, then refought him again, and then beat the shit out of him.
And they only
we never really criticized Cotto about that.
No.
And he got blamed. People question his chin when he got beat up. Again, the dude had plaster. He had plaster in his hand, but it's the same thing right here. Great question, Haney. They should do that. If Haney get a rematch with Ryan whenever it is next year, he needs to, like he says, he needs to get it back in blood, and he needs to prove appointment.
That's what he says.
Yeah,
I want it back in blood.
See, the thing is, winning against Ryan won't, because he's gonna try to outbox him. Because I don't think he has the power to.
No, he's
right there.
No.
And I think outboxing him is just not going to be enough. Because at the end of the day, Ryan's like, I knocked you the fuck out. I dropped you multiple times. I hurt you.
Well, Ryan says there's no rematch.
Ryan's going to end up fighting. Come back and fight him.
I don't know, man.
Make sure he has.
I wouldn't. If I was Ryan, I wouldn't.
He'll have the tank in that one there for him. He'll have the tank in that one for him next year.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't take that fight for the simple fact that all the other stuff that you're doing outside of boxing to try to make people believe that that I cheated you, like, no, man, I wouldn't fight them. I just, you know what I mean? They want to erase it. Well, guess what? I ain't gonna erase it. And by me fighting you, that means I didn't acknowledge my victory. So screw that.
We also got to see how Ryan's going to be into the next year, dude. Because if you see all the little weirdo-ness.
Man, he's getting big, like fat, man. Like, what's going on with that kid, man?
He enjoys life. That's why he cannot go down to 140 no more.
Yeah.
Because he's enjoying life being big.
Yeah.
I don't know if he really is having some type of issue in his brain or he just loves the attention.
Did you see the when he joined the live with Haney's dad and
all that, man.
You didn't see it?
That's all it is just two people yelling at each other.
They weren't yelling. They're talking civilly, you know. But you know, and then with Judah, it was Judah's Instagram live, and Ryan went in and Haney's dad, you know, was asking him about how did it get in your system, this and that. Well, I just know that I didn't take it. And then he mentioned that guy that they brought in the last week to make him lose weight, that Scooter guy. I guess he's been with Judah in the past, and so either way, they had a little civil talk, and internet connection, you know,
goes out.
Yeah, it goes out.
Allegedly.
You know, and then the next day Ryan comes out again on his page, and he starts talking about that Scooter, that guy Scooter.
I know he just fired his manager too because he's. Is managing somebody else too?
The one that brought him in?
Yeah, the one that's probably connected to Al Heyman and them. They've been trying to control him.
Okay. So he says something about Judah that I forget what he said. But Judah comes in right away on the live. And he tells him, hey, man, you know, you put some respect on my name, bro. You know what I mean? I'm cool with whatever happened. Oh, because Ryan was saying that's your grandson. Haney's your grandson. So, of course, you're going to take his side and this and that, and right away, Judah came in and says, you know what? Don't involve me in this. Yeah, he's family. I'm going to support him 100%, you know? Yeah. But whatever issues you guys have, you guys need to work it out.
Yeah.
Or you need to work it out.
They do need to work it out in the ring.
Yeah. But don't involve me, you know what I mean? Don't involve me and you guys mess, you know? I ain't even talking trash that you took anything. I never said it. And Judah hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, he's just neutral, you know. Like, I'm pretty sure he feels my grandson got his ass kicked. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
I mean, you do boxing long enough, man. You're gonna have your bad days.
Yeah.
But anywho, what did you think about the Bam and the Shawter fight?
Oh man, that's what got me back.
That was a
man.
good fight.
Yeah,
That
good
was
fight,
a good
good fight. Give me your opinion on it, man.
Bam's a mother. That's a special talent right there, man.
The man.
That's me.
He's the
That's
man.
just my personal opinion.
The man.
How that guy can move in and out.
Mhm.
Dude, he's also a young man. Estrada's a little bit old. I'm not gonna say old, but in that weight class, he's up there. But man, that's a special dude right there. That is a very special guy. That's how he's such a young age.
And smart.
Yes, but what's crazy to me, the way he moves and fights. That's not a Robert Garcia for the most part fighter.
No.
They don't really. Mikey's never with that.
No.
Madonna, Josito Lopez.
That's his talent.
That's
Can't teach that.
Talent right there.
Can't teach that.
Yes. No, it was a really good fight.
I thought it was a little close. I mean, I still have Bam winning. I think he landed the most effective shots.
What round did it end?
I believe 6.
6. I personally had the thing. So if it has to be the 5 rounds you're judging at the current moment, I had Bam winning 4-3.
Oh, that's cool. You had you had it closer than I did.
See how I have it. I think Bam won every round besides the knockdown round. There was one other round I know because you got to give Estrada his credit.
Okay.
Like those first 2-3 rounds, the speed of Bam's hands and his feet were giving him a little trouble. And then that's why you see his coach was on his ass, was yelling at him, and then told him, no, attack that body and sit on it.
Facts.
Hit him hard.
Yeah.
And then you started seeing him attack that body more, and it made Bam have to respect him a little more when that knockdown came. But I know most people put those knockdowns as 10-8s.
Mm-hmm.
I still put Estrada won that round.
Okay.
But it's not a 10-8, it was a 10-9 because
Okay.
it was so early on, and then Bam showed that,
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
He was smiling too.
Yeah, and he came back and he did some stuff enough to make it to where it's not a 10-8 no more.
Okay.
It was still technically Estrada's round.
Okay.
It's 10-9.
Okay.
He came back. He was never going to win.
I seen that.
Unless there was like a knockdown he dropped on him, you can make it a 9-9.
Okay.
Or he gets 2 knockdowns in that round, then you just flip it now.
Okay.
So 10-9. No, Estrada won that round, even though Bam finished it in good to make it 10-9.
Well, I scored a 10-8, didn't I? Yeah, I scored a 10-8, yeah.
But I have to say, these judges, I don't know if you agree with me or you're not. I was not a big fan of those judges. One judge having it, Bam winning every round besides 1, and then another judge having it Estrada winning every round besides 1. That right there don't make no fucking sense in the world. Sorry for the language, huh? That doesn't make sense. How is that possible? If Bam was winning one judge 1 round, the other one was winning it Estrada 1 round, that makes sense because that's how you see the fight. And then the third judge having it a draw, that doesn't make sense. Not. I think technically, if it's 5 rounds and that judge had it a draw at the moment, that means that Estrada knockdown, they didn't even give him. They put it as a 9-9.
Could have been. Yeah.
In that judge's eyes, which no, Estrada won that round. Okay. Now it's depending how you see it. If you're making 10-9, 10-8. 10-8. He won the round though.
Well, I heard the interviews after the fight, and I heard Estrada. He's a quiet guy. He's all focused, all business, all the time. And this is the most I've heard him speak in his whole career. He's very upset. He says he's seen what he did wrong, and he's gonna fix it. He's gonna take immediate rematch. And
they do have a rematch for us.
Mm-hmm. And I seen a little bit of what I wasn't used to seeing. I don't know if it was Bam, his movement, which it wasn't like Pacquiao movement, but he was moving. Estrada controls distance with his jab. For some reason, he was off. He was leaning and missing him. Maybe he was trying to get distance on him, but I think that's where he was off. He was off reaching a lot, and that's how he got caught. He was getting caught the whole fight. But usually I see him, his boxing skills are very honest, if he's going to hit you, if he throws something, he's going to hit you with it, whether it's in the arm or wherever, but he's going to tag you with it. For some reason, his timing was off. Could have been Bam's movement. He felt the power right away. He said, "Oh, you know what I mean?"
Mm-hmm.
Trying to catch him coming in, which that's how he landed that knockdown.
Yeah.
Caught Bam coming in, boom. You know, can he fix something? Maybe it'll be a better fight as far as it'll go later. But I just don't see. I don't see him be able to correct Bam. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a special guy right there. That is a special
You know,
guy.
yeah.
I want to give them both a lot of credit because what are these? Some 115 pounders, and for them to, I don't think it was like a big sellout, but it was a good amount of people in America, Phoenix, from what I believe.
Yeah.
To sell out, but do sell as good as they did.
Yeah.
You don't see 115, shit, not even 120 something pounders.
Yeah.
Because anyway, sells out in Japan.
Yeah.
In other countries too, I've seen him sell out in other countries, but it's mainly in Japan and he does great. We're not getting that from these dudes over there. So that says something about Bam and him right there.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Bam right there because he's the young dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know,
Well, he's from there, isn't he? He was fighting his hometown,
like
that area.
But it's still hard to, like, come on. How many of you dudes? Lomachenko does not sell out more than 10,000 people anywhere you put him. I know a lot of people like to put Teofimo and said that he's sold out the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
It's actually not Barclays Center. He sold out the little arena that's next to it.
Yeah.
And that sells what 7,000.
Facts. Yeah.
I think Curtis says Shakur for that too. So for a little dude like this to sell out like that, that's very impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
I have Bam on my pound list.
You gotta remember, when I started watching boxing, that's all you would watch, you know, the little fights. So for me,
yeah, they show the best skills of all fighters.
No.
They just don't get a lot of attention.
Well, that's my point. For me, I never even noticed that because I knew about that because that's what they say, but I never knew that because from watching them fight in the Mexico cards, late at night, I remember watching them, and you had all this, you know, Chiquita and all this lower class fighters as far as their weight. Man, those arenas were packed. I don't know how much they take to fill them up, right? Mm-hmm. But I never really noticed that fact. That, like, so what you're telling me a little bit is like, okay, but you know what I mean? I've always seen them sell out stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know the capacity of the building, but it's not. I'm not shocked because they had a good audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but it's gotta give them credit for that because it's really only from those small little weights up there. It's only anyway, and he's like what, a 122 or 126?
22.
Yeah, and he's the only one that gets attention for the most part, like that. And Bam's starting to get a lot of attention now.
No, but Bam said, you know what? Yeah. That's not even.
I don't think we're ever gonna actually get them to because I think Bam, anyways, talked about this would be the last year in this weight division. Yeah. They're gonna try to do one or two more defenses of these belts, and then he's gonna move on to the next division of 126, I believe. Okay. So I don't think we'll ever get that list. Bam's gonna take a big leap out of nowhere. I don't think we're ever gonna personally.
I don't think he'll do. He's a smart kid, man. I mean,
it would be a highly entertaining fight because Bam's a really good fighter. Yeah. And so is anyways a really good fighter too.
They both similarly. I think that'd be like stylistically perfect.
I do think Eddie has a star right there in his hands right there. Oh. If he could continue pushing him a little more, marketing him a little bit more, I think he has a star.
In Bam?
In Bam right there.
Yeah. I believe so.
Do you have him in your top 10 of pound list right now?
I think so. I mean, I never thought about it until you asked me right now. But you know what? I'm looking at it.
It's depending how, because me personally, you know, in the top three of the Inoues, the Inoue, the Terrence, and Usyk, that's always depending how you feel about that. How you want to rotate those dudes. After that, in my personal opinion, it's either it only goes between three people. It's either the Bivol, Canelo, or Bam now. After that, I don't think there's never been there isn't nobody else that's put their. I don't think Tank deserves to be on that list yet. David doesn't deserve. Arthur Beterbiev, you could argue Arthur Beterbiev. Yes, I just remember him. You could argue him.
I got David there. Because.
But do you put Bam
Over David? No.
No.
Oh.
That's 3 different divisions. He's won a belt in already.
Who?
Bam.
Yeah, but.
That's impressive.
No.
No.
It's impressive. It's impressive. But my argument with that is, let's see how it continues going. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked when he beat Edwards. That's his name, right? The guy that fought under.
Yeah, it is Sonny Edwards.
Sonny Edwards. That was impressive. The guy he beat before that. That's impressive. So he's got 3 fights in a row where he's fighting undefeated.
And he's fighting the number 1s and number 2s.
Top guys. Let's see what happens with this rematch. And then if he could do the same thing again to Estrada, I still can't have him over David. He has. I just can't. He's too young.
I don't think he goes first range, in my opinion, no higher than 6. Because you got the. I'm putting away Crawford, Usyk, Bivol, Canelo as right there, and then I think it's Bam right there.
Okay.
Or Bam or Beterbiev, whatever way you. But Beterbiev is only 1 division he's ever fought in.
Yeah.
He's ruled it, but it's 1. That's depending on how you see it, because that's why I give anyway credit. Because he's multiple divisions he's conquered. Crawford was it 35, 40, 47 now. He's on this process of being 54. Canelo's, with 54, 60, 68, 75. So you got to give. Now it's Usyk, a cruiser heavyweight. Now he beat the number 1 and the number 2 heavyweight at the time. And with the number 2 he beat twice.
Yeah.
The number 1 dude he's about to fight him for the second time.
Yeah.
And if he beats the number 2 and 1 dude twice each, that's highly impressive right there. Yeah. He beat the shit out of AJ twice.
Oh yeah.
Most people felt he finished Fury that they should have been stopped.
Should have been.
Some people feel that.
No.
And he's a smaller guy fighting these ginormous heavyweights, so it's how you want to see that one. And then, credit Canelo, he has his resume. Bivol, he's beat some good dudes, and then he beat Canelo, who was the pound-for-pound king at the time.
Okay.
So that's you have to give him his respect.
Okay.
I just put Bam because he's multiple divisions, and he's fighting number 1, number 2 dudes and beating them.
Yeah.
He's beating them.
Yeah.
No close fights, he's beating them. So
the thing is
over the Benavidez like that.
There's very limited fighters up there though, where he's at. That's the reason why I might not even have him. I might just have him at 11, trying to creep in because there's some good fighters there, but the division ain't stacked. It's not like anybody fights like the 140 division, the 147 division. There's limited. You get one like he got Rooster. Okay, that's one fighter, but then after that,
you part move the next division.
You get what I'm saying?
And you're fighting. That's not really on his fault because he can't do much about these dudes now marketing themselves.
Yeah,
it's like what they've said about Terrence at 140.
Yeah,
that he was fighting some nobodies. There was no highly touted dudes.
I get you.
But hey man, he went and beat up all dudes. He finished them all.
Well, people that he shouldn't beat.
Yeah.
And he got them. Yeah, I get you with that.
Same thing with Bam. I'm not gonna blame Bam for it because these dudes are not. Mostly, that division is not really Americans.
Yeah.
Bam being really the only American, really.
Yeah.
A lot of them are different country people.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with it anyway. Most dudes he's fighting are gonna be from Japan and other countries.
He's never fought here, huh?
Yes.
He's fought here.
He's fought in New York. He's fought in Vegas.
Okay.
And then there was another place he fought. He's even fought in Europe multiple times. That's not the thing of him not fighting. He's fought in America multiple times.
Okay.
That's not I think he'll make way more money in Japan. Because I think the last fight and the Fulton fight, he made $6 million off those fights.
Well,
why would he fight in America for maybe $1 million? Maybe.
Yeah. Well,
just to please the American crowd. He's not going to sell out an arena for, let's say, AT&T or something, or T-Mobile that's what 15 or 20,000 people. He's not. This is not real. But he will sell out 70,000 in Japan. He's a Japan star.
Yeah.
It's safe. It is what it is.
Well, that's why I wouldn't probably have him in the top 10 just yet until he fully makes the crossover and joins the program. It's like.
But you can't. But see, with anyway, or like you can't blame like.
No, but that's just the circumstances. Only because you can't blame them doesn't mean they gotta be in the top 10. You know, it's just that's the circumstances they're in.
That's like the boxing's
Strength
it's United States. It's a whole world thing. It's not his fault. America hasn't. Besides, Fulton built a little dude because for the most part we don't give a shit about those little dudes. We care about pretty much.
I give a fuck.
A lot of Americans no, they care about 130 and pretty much it's just like cruiserweights. A lot of them are. If you look at Usyk, I don't know if can you name one Usyk person he fought when he cruiserweight. One person
no.
Besides Tony Bellew.
Yeah, but no.
And a lot of dudes only know Tony Bellew because of Creed.
Yeah.
But that's not our fault for whatever odd reason we as Americans.
Well, you know he was
American cruiserweights.
Well, he wasn't top 10 back then when even though he was using.
Some people did. Not until heavyweight. That's when he took him. Because heavyweights are very well exaggerated.
Facts. Strength of schedule.
So like right now we don't. Yeah. What heavyweights do we have personally?
There's a lot.
But
what do you mean?
American, it's just is Wilder and Anderson.
Oh, who cares about that?
He portrays himself. He's not. He's more Mexico than America.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's really that's another country gimmick too. Because look at the Usyk, Ukraine, Fury, UK, AJ, UK. From there, then that's who you want to put on there. Because what's the Boaz UK too? It's really Wilder. And we all feel what we feel about Wilder. He's slowly on the decline. Anderson. We don't really know fully because he hasn't fully been tested.
He's garbage. But yeah, he's garbage.
He's the next American star.
He's garbage.
Big Baby Anderson, that was another
bigger
one.
Garbage.
We don't have Larry Torres.
No,
but that one barely has 7-8 fights, so we don't really know.
Who cares?
After that, I can't name another. Saying, look.
Because we don't have an American, it's not legit.
Well, that's what a lot of people feel.
I don't.
But that's the same thing with the little dudes.
Those are fake fans, man.
But those are the same thing.
No.
We can't criticize the band anyways for...
Of course you can. It's strength of schedule.
But why don't we...
Strength of schedule.
Why don't we criticize the heavyweights for that?
Because there's strength of schedule there.
Well, there's not a lot of American ones.
Who cares? These guys are beating all the Americans.
Yeah, but okay, but if we have the anyway and Bam... who are actually good dudes, and they're fighting they're beating up every top dude that's from the Mexico, Japan, fill in the blank, the countries where they're from, and they're good dudes. They just don't get a lot of attention. Why can't we give them credit? But when the heavyweights do it, and it's a UK heavyweight, it's okay. You gotta give these dudes some credit too.
I don't think it's okay. There's plenty of small guys from the UK, and they get the same attention that these guys get. Probably not even none attention. These guys are stars. There's no doubt about it.
Especially in their countries.
Yeah.
Because Sonny Edwards, he's a star in the Nobody gives a shit about him, and that's why he doesn't care to fight in America. Because what?
Well, this is the second fight he fights in America. And
that's why I never blamed Joe Kozaki. He was setting out that shit ton of seats over there. Why come in America if he's gonna not sell out and make very little money?
No, I
always
get
say
it.
About the sense of who was it? Eddie said it with Canelo. He goes, Canelo, we could put you in Mexico, but you're fortunately gonna have to take a pay cut.
Yeah,
because you can sell out 90, but the cost of living is different over there. When you can just fight in America and make a lot more money.
Okay,
it's the same thing. Why would they want to come over to America? Anyways, making $6 million.
Well,
over there, why would he come over to fight for $1 million? Bob would just pay him $1 million. That's it. Bob would even make $1 million off of that fight. I don't know if that would be a profit for him.
Yeah. I just believe in strength of schedule. I mean, in any other sport, you could be undefeated. 15-0. You rank number 20 because who did you fight? How many good teams did you actually play in those 15? And it's not his fault. It's not their fault. It's the fact that there's not a lot of competition to this higher level guys there to make them just yet.
Maybe become bigger stars.
Well, he will, but he has to move up weight. He has to, he's got to go up there to the, I say 26. If he can make 26 in a couple years.
I don't think Bam will get enough his respect until he probably gets to 130.
Okay. 30's packed.
And that's by the time Bam gets there, these guys are all either be long gone to who knows what division.
Okay.
Because, Bam being, barely 115?
Yeah.
That's still another whole 15 pounds he has to
Small
put on,
guy.
which will take 2-3 more years probably, depending.
Yeah.
Like that's just like, anyway, getting the pension when he gets to 130, that's another, 2 years?
Yeah.
Maybe a year or something?
Yeah.
Like that, I don't think he'll fully get his credit until he goes to 130. Pacquiao didn't get his credit until what? He got to the one.
Yeah.
He started with that low too.
Yeah, he started
until
that
he
low.
made it into the 130s.
I think he was 108.
Yeah, until he got to the 130s.
Yeah.
He got all his fame like that.
It was stacked though. Those divisions were stacked at that time. Shit, anywhere you look, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. What do you think about some of the rumors that came out of Deontay Wilder versus Lawrence Okolie? I don't know. Lawrence Okolie's talked about moving up to heavyweight. I don't know how he'll do against heavyweight because he's not a very big dude. And being a bridgerweight, from what I believe that division, it's from between cruiserweight and heavyweight, bridgerweight. Wilder's not that big of a dude either, truthfully. He could fight a bridgerweight.
Well, if it's a confidence fight, they still feel that they can make some money off of him.
Well, it's clearly Lawrence Okolie's trying to get money off Deontay Wilder's name.
Okay, I don't think that he's gonna. You're lucky if Dante gets paid $2 million for that fight.
Yeah, Lawrence Okolie does not. He's not a big star.
You know what I'm saying? And Cody, how much he's gonna make? $500,000 if he has that. That's what my opinion. It could be. Maybe they know more than I do. They might get paid big time money, but I doubt it. So if that's get him in the win column again, get his confidence back. Maybe if that's what they're trying to do. Okay, go for it. He was good for the sport. I think Wilder was good for the sport. He was good for the sport while he was up there. So we'll see.
Any other things you want to discuss over the weekend?
Oh, we got next week. We got the
Masvidal,
the Diaz fight. And what was that other fight?
I know you're into wanting to see Fernando Vargas' son versus Ryan's brother.
Yeah.
I know you want to see
but
that.
There's another card, I think.
Isn't?
Yeah, I think there's another card.
Yes. But I know you're really interested in that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. As a matter of fact, I like that new Jake Paul fight.
Against
yes. He's a champ. I think he's.
What do you got on that fight?
Well, he's oversized. Jake Paul is oversized.
I believe he made him go out with 200 pounds.
Yeah. So,
of course, Stevenson fights July 6th, this up and coming week.
Okay.
He fights Johnny Fisher.
Okay.
Fight 2. And the following week, that's when Generatus he'll fight. That's the following weekend.
So those are real good post. 4th of July, it'll be the 4th of July weekend.
July's a little bit slower side.
Yeah.
Because it's not until August.
Yeah. When
you look at here, that's Terrence Crawford card. We got Slow Joyce versus Derek Chisora on the 27th.
Well,
and we'll see how that goes.
I'm not.
Tennis versus
garbage. Joe Joyce.
David Azanesian.
Oh. They gave what's his name the shot of the title Dubois versus
AJ
Joshua.
A little bit of that.
Yes.
Little shit.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Well, it was been pretty much them two are gonna fight each other. Once Dubois won that fight.
Yeah.
It was them two.
Good for him. And I see him square off, man. I didn't think Dubois was a legitimate 6'6" type of dude.
That's gonna sell out a lot in the UK
6'5".
because it's gonna be in the UK. It's gonna sell out a lot.
Oh
in the UK.
man.
I think they're aiming for 100,000.
Yeah, monster.
Break a record.
Monster fight.
Because I believe Fury did once 70, AJ's done twice 80, and then they named somebody else there. I think it was Crawford.
Okay.
He did a 80, like almost near 90,000 there one time on a fight.
At Wembley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
To get 100,000.
And they're fighting at like in the morning. Like they fight. It was like 3 a.m. over there or something like that.
Well, it's depending. If they want to get the American crowd, then yeah.
You know,
they fight. They get there. They want to please their crowd because that means it's a midday afternoon card for us.
Easy.
And that's fine for me.
That's fine for me too.
I ain't tripping.
Get the rest of the day to do what you want to do.
Get to relax a little bit. You know who actually has the record of most of any country? Besides Pride, technically does. If you remember Pride.
Yeah.
Because I think they used to sell out over 100,000 easy. But no, it's actually Chavez Senior.
In Mexico? When he fought in Mexico,
he sold out
Azteca?
115,000 one time.
And
he finished the guy, I think, like in the first or second round.
He was fighting...
There was some dude, I think he was an Italian or he was a white dude.
Hogan. I believe it was against Hogan.
Yeah, and I guess I think Hogan started a lot of shit.
Yeah,
that was technically the biggest fight in history.
Okay.
Over 100-something thousand. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
100-something thousand. That shows how big of a star he was.
Well, he was there. He was there in the Bam fight.
Yeah, from what I hear, he was cheering.
Yeah, he was cheering.
He was really excited.
Well, he was going for,
Man.
No.
He
was going for Estrada because Estrada was trained by Nacho, but I don't know. I think Nacho retired or he's not training anymore.
Nacho's older. He's old.
So, Chavez got trained by.
Rose, they're both older.
Oh yeah.
When you see Fred Roach, he's older.
Yeah. So, yeah, Chavez is a fan of the boxing game.
He's a commentator from, I believe, one of the Mexican Mexico ones.
Yeah. He has his own promotional fights now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I know he was doing those things when he was fighting the expeditions right there in Mexico, and he'll pull out a crowd
just to see him. It
was crazy.
Yeah. I caught his last card, his first card. I don't know if he's had another one. He had his son.
When his son fought Anderson, and I remember I think his last one was where I forgot who he fought. He fought some older guy, but Canelo was there too. And Anderson Silva fought.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I remember that one. But this was 2 weeks ago, when
Well, did he fight or was that one of his promotion cards?
This is his promotion, but he put his not Chavez, but
another son.
His younger son. He put him in the card, and he got a nasty knockout, man. Nasty knockout.
How was his cards? Are they packed?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Because when he would do that, he was a lot of people, which was crazy.
Like I said, I don't know the capacity of the building. Well, they're packed, bro. So even standing room, you know what I mean?
Who wouldn't over there in Mexico want to sign to him?
We'll see what happens. I think is he good for business? Yeah, most definitely.
He'll hopefully help out a lot of the Mexican.
Yeah. Hopefully, he could get some good fighters in the stable and yeah. Oh, I want to give shout outs to what's his name? Boxing Eagle, man. I don't like you sometimes, but you know what? You're cool, man. Shout outs to you, bro. I want to give thumbs down to the two pillow punchers, decision fighters, talking about people having power. They don't know nothing about power, but they sure, after this Ryan situation, not to get back to that, but talking about power, people having power, people how to get power. You guys never had power, so you guys shouldn't be talking. We're talking about Paulie Malignaggi and what's that other guy? Algieri dude.
Oh, Chris Algieri.
Yeah, 12-round fighters. Give it up, man. I don't want to hear about that.
A lot of these they're like whatever.
Yes, sir.
But that's pretty much it right there.
I think we covered a lot.
Yes, we did.
End it, man.
So, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Fight Club Round 12 with myself, Joel.
Same one.
Please like and subscribe and share, please. Thank you very much. See you guys.
Hell yeah.
Fight Club Round 12.
This place to be.